test. One. Hello? Is anyone? No. Never mind. I'm not spam, not a prophet, not a pop-up window, just a person trying to sound like someone worth listening to. Every word I say arrives late, misses the moment, lands in inboxes marked unread forever. I raise my volume, but I'm swallowed by sirens. I lower it, but I disappear beneath traffic hums and celebrity apologies. Maybe I was never a voice, just background buzz in someone else's important call. A murmur in a room full of people looking at screens. I screamed in binary, but no one translated. I sang in Morse, but the receiver was set to mute. Do you hear that? No, exactly. I tried to become louder, but louder became anger. I tried to stay soft, but softness became forgettable. Is there a volume for those who don't want to be understood, only heard? Heard. See, every time I said I'm fine, a part of me static. Each silence you mistook as agreement was actually me disappearing. I'm here. I'm here. I was always here, wasn't I? I tried to write a poem, but the ink evaporated before it kissed the page. I tried to hum a tune, but my breath was buffering. Each line I scribble runs away. Each chord I touch forgets its shape. My pen trembles like it remembers something I never lived through. This is the song, the song, the song, caught between rewind and erase, looping in a room that forgot its echo. I built this melody from half sentences I overheard in cafes, from voicemails I never dared to replay, from a lullaby my mother might have sung if she stayed. But this chorus doesn't land, it hovers like fog above old piano keys, like a question no one remembers asking. What if songs like us were never meant to end, just wander, just glitch and fade? song, it was perfect. But when I woke, the silence had chewed its name into forgetfulness. I searched under my pillow, only found static and a receipt from a dream I can't return. Please contact your subconscious for restoration. Lost. Linger. I gave silence a name. 2:17 a.m., the hour you stopped being real. It doesn't speak, only watches. Sometimes it grows mold on the walls of my mind. Sometimes it asks me to dance in the shadow between the closet and regret. There is no music, yet we move. No light, yet we see. In silence, everything becomes possible. Even grief can be something you nurture. This silence is not an enemy. It sits with me at the dinner table. We share cold coffee and empty chairs. No words, only an understanding born of stillness. I take it on evening walks through memory halls I never sealed shut. It never speaks, only glances and says it's time to rest inside your wounds. There are no doors, yet I enter. No locks, yet I remain trapped inside a room where tears need no reason and laughter doesn't require stories. This silence is not a weight. It patches holes in my chest, sewing patterns of loss that only the broken-hearted can read. 2:17 a.m., I whisper, and it nods as if it understands that love once gone isn't the end, but the beginning of a quiet place we might call home. I plant this silence in a clay pot, water it each time you cross my mind. It grows into a strange kind of plant whose leaves resemble the voices left unsaid. It can hear, don't speak of longing too loud. It might wake and ask why you're still here. Today the sky spilled over. It wasn't rain. It was the color of old printer ink, half blue, half regret. I looked up and thought, this must must be what forgetting feels like. I sniffed the scent of rain on concrete, but nothing fell. Only memories melting like expired USB drives, file names corrupted by time. You were supposed to meet me here in this pixelated weather, but your presence faded like a Wi-Fi bar, dancing between full and none. You disappeared like internet connection on the night of my life's deadline. I kept hitting refresh, 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 but the sky still says 404 not found. The clouds buffer endlessly. I hear the wind glitch, as if the wind too forgot what it means to move. Do you know how many playlists I made with your name in them? They still play, but they sound like phone calls left unanswered, just dial tones and ghosts. There's static in my prayers now, logging my tears. Even time feels laggy when you're gone. Maybe God needs a reboot. Maybe we all do. But who's gonna press the button when everyone's already frozen? I sit atop what's left of promises, piles of I will always, now reduced to poetic debris. The bricks still warm with the ghost of our fingers, bare cracks in the shape of every silence we refuse to explain. I once believed we were architects of something timeless. Now I realize we were just children stacking cardboard in the rain. You see, this house we built together was decorated with plastic flowers, perfumed apologies and mismatched timelines. Each wall painted in denial, each window framed with fear. And when it collapsed, I didn't run, I didn't scream, I just picked up the rubble and called it mine.
This ruin,
This wreck,
this echo of what we could have been, I carry it like a badge, like a scar I learned to trace with pride. Some nights I sleep beneath its wreckage. It's quieter there. The dust doesn't judge. The shadows know my name. Even the rats offer company, more honest than you ever did.
there is a small version of me hiding behind collapsed metaphors. He plays hide and seek
With logic, he always loses, but he never stops playing. I carry these ruins like trophies from a war I never signed up for. Call it delusion, call it art, call it healing, but don't you dare call it nothing.
Dusk on my left proposes marriage. Dusk on my right hands me a one-way ticket out of my own head. I stand in the center, like weak Wi-Fi in an elevator, lost between signals, buffering myself into irrelevance. They both whisper in dialects I almost understand. One hums in lullabies, the other crackles in static prophecy. Neither of them calls me home. I checked the forecast. It said low visibility of self. I refreshed the sky, but the stars refused to boot. Someone told me, just choose one. But how do you pick a path when the compass is terrified of north? I once jumped between them, between left dusk and right dusk. I burned in the middle, a silhouette caught mid-air. Too late to regret, too early heal. I looked down, and time wasn't linear. It folded like a crumpled parking ticket in the glove box of God. And the world, in all its cosmic depth, in all its stardust sophistication, just stared at me and said, chill, dude, it's not that deep. I dress like the version of me on my resume. I speak like meeting minutes read aloud. I smile like meme compilations with bad timing. They tell me, be yourself but make it brandable. So I iron my soul, polish my opinions, filter my flaws, until I am a QR code you can scan but never know. You're overqualified for being real. You're not quite broken enough to be special. I bend into boxes with sharp corners and empty labels. But at night, oh at night, I melt into mud. I turn into a ghost that doesn't scare, just lingers. But at night, oh at night, I melt into mud. I turn into a ghost that doesn't scare, just lingers. I become the version of me that failed every job interview but passed every mirror.
I scroll through a life that isn't mine, liked by people I don't know. They clap at the echo, but never hear the scream. I write captions to silence, laugh tracks to pain, and every I'm okay is a scratch on the surface of someone else's expectations.
What if the real me is the glitch between words, the breath between yes and no? What if I've been hiding so well I forgot where?
I am the footnote in a life story,
Told in bullet points and deadlines, but still
I underline myself in invisible ink.
and maybe that's okay. Maybe I'm not the highlight, but the noise before the song begins. I am the me that doesn't fit your spreadsheet, but fits perfectly in the quiet. I tripped on a whisper and fell into a hole made of sound. There, no melody, no tempo, just the heavy breath of something, half asleep, half praying. I walked barefoot on static, each step a memory that refused to stay dead. Inside this silence, I heard the birth of a star, a low hum, not music, but morning masquerading as calm. The ceiling above was not sky, but a diaphragm contracting with every emotion I never spoke. I tried to sing, but the song swallowed me. I became the throat of an unfinished hymn. No audience, no applause, just my bones tuning themselves to grief. Falling, falling, falling into sound, not to escape, but to dissolve. Every echo here was once someone's scream, buried under politeness. Do you know what it means to become an instrument you can no longer play? I forgot my name here, gave it to the reverb, watched it loop until